Alright. Enough messing around. Bad news, guys. Let me start with the intro first, actually. What is up, guys? It's your boy Dominic from MDP Auto. And in today's video, I got some bad news for you guys. And for me. Let's cut to that. So, if any of you guys ever actually did an oil change in your life, they're pretty simple, right? Very simple things. If you ever built an engine in your life, you could tell those things become a little not simple, like an oil change. Two of those things combined one day. So just actually yesterday, after I finished the diffuser, I thought, hey, since I got the car up, might as well do an oil change. Since I have the car kind of on blocks and whatnot, and you guys know how I have it set up right now. Nice and easy to slide in there, pop the drain plug, do an oil change real quick, swap the filter, good as new. But I ran into a little situation. Drain plugs, they have magnets on them for a good reason. Obviously, just to pick up the scrap metal and stuff like that that's underneath at the bottom once it goes down to the bottom of the sump and it rests. It helps collect that stuff so that stuff doesn't go through your filter, clog it up, or even just go through your motor and mess up your motor. So, when I did that oil change, a little surprise popped out, and when I pulled out that magnetic drain plug, this popped out with it. And I freaked out, as anyone should, because I built this motor myself. And if you ever built a Miata motor, or any motor really, this angle should be, or this little piece should look somewhat familiar. And what it is, if you guys probably could see, hopefully you guys can see, I don't know if it's going to be focusing, but there's a hole in the middle. I actually had to cut it just to see if this actually was what I thought it was. And it is, or at least it looks like it. So this is an oil jet that goes underneath the piston. On each cylinder there's one, and it kind of points up in this direction, and it shoots oil up onto the bottom of the piston to kind of lubricate and cool down the wrist pin and the piston itself from the backside. It looks like that broke off and fell to the bottom of my oil pan. I don't know if the other ones fell down there or if they broke off either, and I don't know anymore. I honestly didn't put too many miles on this engine as it is since I rebuilt it. I've only, ran through a tune, couple oil, like maybe 2-3 oil changes, and that's pretty much it. Did some research on the pistons and rods that I have in there. I have Weisco pistons, Manley rods. Lo and behold, I found out it's a kind of a known thing where sometimes Weisco pistons kiss the oil jets at the bottom of the piston and break them, or at least they make contact. I haven't seen anyone on the forums actually yet that actually put the motor together and had them break like this, but you could tell. Hopefully the lighting's good. You could tell this thing's pretty mangled up and bashed up. These things obviously are nice and clean, but the outside of this thing's all mashed up. The one end is literally closed. There's no hole in it, and yeah, so this thing's pretty messed up. So this basically means there's gonna be a halt on the actual driving of this car, sadly, and now I gotta pull a motor and redo a whole motor, get some new oil jets, clearance them for that piston, for those pistons, and hopefully that's all I have to do. Looking how this is actually banged up pretty badly doesn't give me all too much hope. Hopefully this was just banged up at the bottom of the oil pan and that's it. That's all it is. But if this did bang up inside that cylinder while the piston was upwards, or was banging on the crank, or whatever the case may be, or banging on anything else, then it's going to be an issue, and it's going to take us a little longer to actually put this thing back on the road. So there's nothing I could do. It sucks. It really does suck, because I was really hoping I could get this thing up for the season, but it looks like it's going to be halted for a little bit. So what we can start doing is getting a jump on it. So hopefully this weekend I'm going to buy a cherry picker just so we can pull this motor. So for right now, I'm just going to start tearing stuff apart. I think I'm going to take the fenders, bumper, and the hood off. Probably put them off in the corner somewhere in the room, kind of hang them up so they're not just on the floor. Start draining oils. Well, the oil is already drained. Start draining coolant, anything else, and probably just start unbolting little stuff here and there just to kind of make the motor the process of pulling the motor out a little easier once the weekend comes and once I have a couple extra hands to play around in here. But also another thing, I kind of have to organize this place because this place is a shit show. So I'm kind of debating which one I should do first. If I should organize first or if I should start tearing down first. But I think organization is key. So let's start moving all this stuff around, make some space so it's easier to work on. Let's get it, boys. Alrighty, guys. It is looking quite spicy in here now. Look at this. All empty as much as I can. I'm probably just going to move the last of this stuff kind of in that back corner over there somewhere, or maybe put it up top here. But everything else is nice and put away. I'm not going to say organized, but it's away. It's out of the way. So this is going to be the engine building table. So this is going to have basically all the parts just laid out here when we're breaking everything down. Hopefully up there might be enough. Hopefully there's enough room to actually put the cherry picker in there to lift up and hopefully drag it out here where we can have the stand, work on the stand nice and comfortably, and have all the parts accessible and tools over there. So I'm actually very, very excited now. Of course, it's a horrible thing. I hate that it happened. But, I mean, you live and you learn. I don't think I did a mistake on my end, but it happens. What can you do? I did put old jets. Now I know next motor build, I'm never going to put old jets in them. So that's pretty much going to kill it for today. It's going to be really, really short. I haven't even drained oil I haven't even drained coolant or anything on this thing yet. But it got kind of late. I got really carried away with cleaning this place up because it was horrendous. And then I even started sweeping the floor, even though there's not much of a floor and it's pretty much just like a dirt patch is what it feels like. But that's pretty much going to be it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay and watch the rebuild of the Miata. It should be exciting. I hope it's going to be a kind of a quick in and out kind of a thing. But you never know. I'm going to start ordering up some seal kits and everything I need, head gaskets and whatnot for this motor. And I'm just going to go to my room and cry for how much it all costs. And then we'll be back next week with another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash the like button. Subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys later. Make your dreams possible, boys. Let's go.